The sub count right now is 594. I'll put it on the screen. We're trying to hit 600, so hopefully with this video I can hit 600. So please, please, please make that happen. And if we do hit 600 and you see that you made us hit 600, let me know in the comments. What's up, YouTube? We're back with another reaction. I know it's probably been like a week and some days since I posted, but we're back again. Jamari posted a video. It's a Drake video. Y'all know I gotta do the Drake videos. I gotta do the Kendrick videos. I don't know. I feel like if you know my channel, you know there's probably like 5 or 6 videos on Drake and Kendrick. I don't care. I'm not dragging it. I just be reacting. But anyway, I'm not gonna keep y'all for long. I do got one thing to say. Make sure you follow the Twitch. But most importantly, make sure you like the video, okay? It helps the channel a lot. I notice the more likes we get, the more it pushes my video to the homepage. I think that's how it works. I don't know. Watch time hours help as well. But make sure you like the video. Hit the subscribe button as well. And we're about to get on to the video. I'm gonna just jump straight in. So Drake won't stop humiliating himself. I don't know what this man did this time. I did know he dropped an album. I don't know if y'all liked it, but I don't know. I didn't listen to it. So we about to get right into it. I'm not gonna lie. So let's just go ahead and do it. Let's see what he did.
Officially responded to Drake, and they have basically told him, "It's over, my guy." They slapped him with this 25-page rebuttal to the judge, where they essentially played the exact same game that Drake's lawyers were playing, using song lyrics both against Drake and to bolster their argument. Only in this case, they're using logic and reasoning, where Drake was using academics' YouTube streams and his own fan pages for reference.
Yeah, I want it all, that's why I strive for it. This me, you'll never hear a reply for it.
Drake, success.
This quote is the first line of filing for dismissal. Also, this is what he said. Yeah, I want it all, that's why I strive for it. This me, you'll never hear a reply for it. Okay, wait, is this a song lyric or did he say this in court? I'm not gonna lie, if you said this in court, I could be slow. Y'all know I'm a little dingy. I could be slow, but I'm not gonna lie, if you say this in court, come on now, it's not a song. Don't say that. Like, come on, bro.
Plaintiff, one of the most successful recording artists of all time, lost a rap battle that he provoked and in which he willingly participated. Instead of accepting the loss like the unbothered rap artist he often claims to be, he has sued his own record label in a misguided attempt to salve his wounds. Plaintiff's
Okay, if you know me, you know I pause, but I'm sorry, is that AI? I'm not gonna lie, this is off topic. Y'all know how I do. AI, if that is AI generated, I'm telling y'all, run. I'm not paranoid. I'm not one of those people. But I'm not gonna lie, bro, watch AI, because in a few years, I'm not gonna lie, maybe like 2030, 2035, y'all gonna be in a courtroom, they gonna play a video, and that's not gonna be you in the video. You know what it is? It's AI. I'm telling y'all gotta stop with that. Y'all gotta stop.
Plain is utterly without merit and should be dismissed with prejudice. Basically, they came out swinging and making the point that everyone else already has, that if Drake had been victorious in this battle of public perception, that he would not be suing anyone. In fact, he would likely be going on the Fuck Kendrick tour just like he did with Meek Mill. They even note here that Drake himself was encouraging Kendrick
but that's it.
Tour just like he did with Meek Mill. They even note
rap battle over the course of approximately 2 months, they exchanged increasingly Vitry a lot. Oh, whoa. Anyway, and incendiary diss tracks, sometimes responding within hours of each other. Drake encouraged the feud. For example, when he felt that Lamar was taking too long to respond, Drake released a second recording in which he goaded Lamar to continue the public rap battle. Lamar did just that.
Note here that Drake himself was encouraging Kendrick to drop a response to him for weeks, which is exactly what happened.
You had a song for 4 years, drop that shit or shut your mouth. Drake telling Kendrick to respond or stop talking on an alleged leaked diss track.
He was even going on Instagram saying that they have nothing to drop, and that he had the red button on deck if they did, which most people now assume was his Family Matters track. And well, we all know how that ended.
Yeah, man.
Essentially, UMG comes from the angle that both of these guys said hyperbolic things about each other. Obviously, Drake was called a PDF at the Super Bowl, by the way, and the Grammys. Oh god, and at the Oscars too.
Forgot about this.
Well, we're halfway through the show, which means it's time for Kendrick Lamar to come out and call Drake a pedophile.
He said this? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, hear me out though. if somebody made a diss track on me, I don't care if I started it. I don't care what I said to you. If you call me a PDF file on national television more than once, I'm taking you to court too. I don't even care. I don't gotta win. Just know I'm gonna take you to court just so I can feel like I did something about it. You know, I don't care if I win, but you're not gonna try. I'm not gonna try to let you get away with that. I don't care if I started the beef. I don't care if I did the first song. That's not like. But I'm not gonna lie though. I was singing it too, man. I was singing it too quick.
And Kendrick was called a wife-beating lowlife who Drake says is fathering the love child of his partner and his best friend and business associate, Dave Free. Basically, UMG is saying that Drake and Kendrick, by Drake's depiction in his lawsuit, both actually committed their share of defamation using UMG as the vehicle to do so, and that this is actually an attempt to basically limit or restrict Kendrick's right to free speech and creativity, and that the implications of this lawsuit are something that Drake has signed petitions against.
Wait, what is this? In 2022, Drake, along with other artists, signed a petition condemning the use of rap lyrics as factual evidence in criminal cases, arguing that such lyrics should be seen as creative expression, not literal confessions. So what is he doing right now? I'm not gonna lie. I personally feel like they both said stuff to each other that probably was not okay, whether it was true or not. So I don't understand this. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I'm taking you to court too, buddy. But come on now. If you did this, realistically, what are you doing in court? You don't think they're going to say nothing about this? Okay, the petition. In November 2022, Drake, John Legend, Alicia Keys, 50 Cent, Megan Thee Stallion, and other artists, music industry executive, and legal experts signed a letter protesting the use of rap lyrics in court proceedings. The letter argued that rap lyrics should be viewed as creative expression, not as literal confessions or evidence of guilt. So what are we doing right now?
In the recent past, using song lyrics as facts in court.
Mind, body, and soul, you need facts to take me out. Fairy tales won't do it.
These are all things I said when the lawsuit first reared its ugly head, that there is no logic behind his claims because he did all the same shit. For instance, in alternate reality where photos surfaced of Whitney being all beaten and battered, we might be looking at a totally different outcome. But to the victor goes the spoils, and for Drake's claims of adultery and
on some Bobby shit, I want to know what Whitney need. All that puppy love was over in y'all late teens. I heard that one of them little kids might be Dave Free. Don't make it Dave Freeze. They hired a crisis management team to clean up the fact that you beat on your queen. Yeah, I don't know what he thought he was doing in jail, because is this not the same thing? But it's like, I don't know, bro, because it's not the same thing. Like, I feel like, I'm not gonna lie though, people were singing it. Like, people were singing Kendrick's song at their wedding, bro. I don't know. That's a little crazy to me. Maybe that's why he got in his feelings, because I feel like that is a little crazy. At your wedding? Then he did it on the Super Bowl. Apparently he did it at the Oscars. And was that the Grammys or something? I would have been a little heated too. I'm not gonna lie.
There was little to no evidence to point to. That's why the claims really did not stick. Next, they really go through Drake's career and highlight the fact that they had a successful business partnership for the greater part of the last 2 decades, making him one of the most popular.
Was that Bose? You know what? That's not my business.
Artist in the world during that time.
His business is selling the record, but everything that they said that he did, that they did for Kendrick, is something they did for him.
And then they break down the lyrics of the songs from the beef to kind of just display that both of these men were talking their shit to each other.
That's what I'm
seemingly
saying.
Impatient with the time it was taking Lamar to respond, Drake released tailor-made freestyle on Instagram. The recording uses artificial intelligence to make it sound as if the voices of deceased rap icon Tupac and rapper Snoop Dogg are rapping Drake's lyrics.
He did the Tupac thing.
Drop and give me 50.
Yeah. Doing the Tupac.
Okay, what is this? I must have missed this. I don't think he gonna put it in here because he can't probably copyright it, but I must have missed this. I don't know what that is.
AI thing.
Right.
I don't know.
You talk about feeling disrespect. I mean, the whole coast, we love Tupac.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The world love Tupac.
Drake urges Lamar in the voice of Tupac to talk about Drake liking young girls. I mean, y'all have to remember, Drake said the Epstein angle was what he expected. That he plotted for weeks and fed Kendrick this information. They also note that these rumors of him having questionable relationships with underage girls in
Facts and criticisms concerning Drake's relationships with minors predate Not Like Us and have widely been reported. Noting that Lamar is indicating Drake's for years of rumors and speculations around his misbehavior around minors, and that Millie Bobby Brown, okay, I seen that video, I'm not gonna lie, that was a little crazy. is one of the things that most people are aware of when it comes to Drake and all the rumors around him. She talked about texting with Drake when she was, you know, a minor. Okay, for those of y'all watching this, tell me in the comments, do y'all feel like it was appropriate for her to be texting Drake? Because I feel like if it was on business type things, but even then I feel like that's a stretch because she's a minor and he is a grown man. Like when I say grown man, I mean grown man. Like he wasn't he over his 20s at that point? I feel like it's a little crazy. But if it was on like business type time, I don't know. I feel like even that might be a little crazy. I don't know.
In the entertainment industry have been circling for almost a decade. They even cite here the video of him and the 17-year-old girl on stage at his concert from 2010. Remember, Drake is the one who specifically brought up Millie Bobby Brown on The Heart Part 6. And to me, I've always seen that as sort of a self-report. Because while Kendrick said, oh, you like these young girls, he never mentioned any of them by name. And in his own voice, true. Drake raps,
"Since like that, your tone changed a little. You're not as enthused. How are you not in the booth? It feels like you kinda removed. You try and let this shit die down. Nah, not this time. You following through. I guess you need another week to figure out how to improve. What the fuck is taking so long? We waiting on you."
And then obviously the nuke was dropped on his head top. Now, they really continue to harp on the back and forth of the lyrics. I saw Drake fans online saying that this was pathetic, but it's like, how do you not read lyrics? I saw Drake.
After seeing UMG responses to Drake's petition, I'm convinced it's either they know they are guilty or their lawyers are just dumb.
Fans online saying that this was pathetic, but it's like, how do you not realize that they are just being petty and showing Drake how slippery the slope he's trying to create is? They also say that he has zero grounds for his defamation case, and I feel like even if he did, he should be suing Kendrick, not UMG, because the words said with alleged malice all came out of his mouth. They then cite several defamation lawsuit attempts that public figures filed that quickly got dismissed. For those of you that don't know, defamation is extremely hard for a public figure to try and prove, and to say someone acted with true malice is
oh my god, I don't know how, but y'all, I forgot about that Johnny Depp case. Bro, I remember the entire world was on top of that. Bro,
almost impossible to
forgot.
prove. Basically, the filing says, Drake, you are a huge hypocrite and a really sore loser, and you have—
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know why this entire time I genuinely thought he was suing Kendrick himself. I did not know that he was not suing Kendrick himself. Kendrick is the one that's on the stage saying minor. I don't know. Wouldn't it make sense to try to sue Kendrick? Even though I don't think that would have went far either. Because I don't know, man. Like, cause okay, say he's saying it's defamation, I think. Is it not defamation to say a man beat his wife? Is that not also the same thing? Or am I crazy? I feel like it goes hand in hand. He says something, he says something. Then he says something back, he says something again. And then somebody dropped a song. Now, obviously, the internet gonna pick a side because it's the internet. Even though we don't know these two, IRL, like, we don't know them personally. That's why, I don't know, bro. When people be getting in, like, too into beef and they be arguing with other people on the internet, that's not your cousin. That's not your best friend. That's not your dad. It's not that deep. Like, realistically, we have our own lives. It's never this deep, bro. It's not this deep.
No justification for your claims that will hold up in court.
I study rap battles for a living.
So this is honestly going exactly like I thought it would. And it's even funnier to watch all the Drake dick riders crash out on Twitter. It has been damn near a year since this all started. And they have fought tooth and nail every—
Wait, what was that one?
It has been damn near a year since this all started. And they have fought—
Can't believe Kendrick just turned out to be a jealous, hypocritical clout chaser all along.
Fought tooth and nail every—
No bots formed against Drake shall prosper. Bro, this is what I be talking about. Is it?
Single day trying to twist and turn the narrative in their favor.
Wait, what did
every single day trying to twist and turn the narrative in their favor.
No disrespect, Kendrick making gang member music. Hoes ain't with that. They want this type shit. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Okay, hear me out. Saying that somebody is making gang member music and then typing they want this type shit is a little crazy to me. I don't know. But I don't know. I'm on my business. If I'm lying, post y'all videos of hoes twerking to TV off or Not Like Us. Okay, first of all, I did see people Okay, wait. Did I? I don't know. I could have sworn I seen one on TikTok, but that's TikTok. People won't twerk on it regardless. Bro, never mind. Never mind. It all makes sense. I just now realized who posted this. Is DJ Academics. Not gonna lie. You know what? When I seen what this said, I should have known. I should have known.
Obviously, Drake's not fucking banging underage girls.
He can get any girl he wants. Yeah. In my opinion, like, I think Drake won that beef. Drake revived Kendrick's career.
100%.
Yeah, come on. I mean,
it's really like Kendrick did permanent damage to some of these fools. Like, they're out here hiding his albums at the store.
Bro, what?
Doxing people and threatening lives over Billboard charts. This one girl, the Kendrick fan, even went out to the place that they were going to meet up to fight.
If any of y'all wanted to know, I am here. I'm still here. Yeah, still waiting.
Now,
I don't care whose side you were on. I don't care if it's Drake's or Kendrick's. Let me tell you, it never gets this serious, bro. What? Obviously, you can't read, bit. Okay. The entire reason we're even in the DMs is because I asked for your fade. Your shit is getting... What? I'm sorry. It is never this serious. I don't care if you're on Drake's side. I don't care if you're on Kendrick's side. It's never this serious. I'm not dying over beef that I'm not even in. I don't know Drake. I don't know Kendrick. I don't go to sleep and I don't wake up and call them and be like, yo, how you doing? Like, you been good? Like, I ain't heard from you. I don't do that. I don't know them. I'm not dying over this. What? Are you crazy?
Now, to me, both of these people should be ashamed of themselves, because they have let this internet shit go way too far. They are way too invested. Like, whether you like Drake or Kendrick, it will never be worth losing your life.
Thank you.
And then they get people to push a narrative, and then you become a human bot. Don't be a bot-ass nigga. You know, don't be programmed to say something that's not true because it's somebody else's agenda because you heard other bots say it.
And even when Drake dropped his most recent album on Valentine's Day, which I actually thought was a decent record, his fans couldn't even truly enjoy it because their boogeyman had and has had the #1 song in the world with...
Okay, hear me out, bro. If you know me, if you watch my streams, SZA is my favorite artist, bro. I don't care. Now, SZA is my favorite artist. Would I die over SZA? No, you're crazy. I love my life, bro. I'm an inspiring content creator. I love my life too much to die over somebody who doesn't know me yet. I will meet SZA eventually. But let me tell you something, bro. This song, not even on no bike rider stuff, not even on no Glazer stuff. Like, bro, this song right here, I listen to it twice a day. I don't care.
Luther, and has now been beating Drake's album in sales months after GNX was released. An album with half the amount of songs, by the way, with several of his singles retaining very high placement on the charts. And this was all despite Drake allegedly paying people trying to manufacture trends for songs from his new album.
Just break down what you've been doing with Drake and Party Next Door's team for their album launch. We did 53 million views in a week. His album went #1 in 7 days. They gave us a budget to pay out their audience, pay out clippers and UGC creators to just make content like around the album, anything related. So we're paying 70 cents per 1,000 views for UGC creators to make like videos reacting to it, lip syncing, dancing. And you guys basically created like the Nokia trend. Yeah, it's cooking right now. I can't escape.
What is a Nokia trend?
That is the exact same shit that he was accusing Kendrick and UMG of doing to manufacture a hit for Not Like Us. While his fans encouraged people to stream the album in their sleep, and some of them were even out here buying 30 copies to try and propel him up the charts. And that's not to even mention the accounts who have been running propaganda plays with steak ads for the last 9 months, spreading blatant lies every single day.
What's this? Spotify has seemingly removed that song. Wait, are you serious? 235 million streams from Kendrick Lamar and SZA's Luther due to irregular streaming practices. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. If Spotify was to look at this and they see my account, they might actually think I'm a bot because, hear me out, I don't know how many times I played this song, so
millions of accounts.
Yeah, man.
And even comparing his situation,
14-year-old Emmett Till was dragged from his house and what? And was kidnapped, tortured. What? Conan O'Brien today accused Drake of rapping. Oh, that is not what that said. Bro, what?
to Emmett Till. Like, some of y'all have lost the fucking plot. On another front though, I did want to talk.
What did I just read?
Talk about Drake's tour in Australia because it got cancelled about halfway through, with his team stating that it was due to a scheduling conflict.
So Drake has actually just canceled the remaining dates on the Australia and New Zealand tour.
They suppressing him in Australia too?
Yo,
shut up. UMG reached crazy.
Yo, you get on my nerves.
Wow.
Which people were not buying at all.
Fans are pissed off because they have all these shows now that are canceled. And they're trying to figure out what is happening because the reason that was given was just scheduling conflict. And people are like, that makes no sense. What is a scheduling conflict? This is supposed to be a tour. Y'all supposed to have it together. They're like, he's not committed to his fans. They think that there's something underlying here. There's something really, really wrong. I don't know how an oversight like that happens, though, on a tour this big.
Exactly.
And since he stopped the shows, he has made non-stop public appearances. So it seems that the schedule was pretty cleared up all along. This cancellation led to many people assuming the tour was not selling as well as he thought it would. And even looking at some of these videos,
So he canceled his entire tour?
Crowd looks much weaker than what you would expect. Other than that, every night this shit
5 years together. What? Buy my man a car? Bro, I'm not gonna lie, this... What? Poppy help pay? You know what?
Basically turns into a charity case with people begging Drake for money. And of course he had to go on yet another rant on the fakeness of the entertainment industry, crying about everyone who decided to turn their back on him in what he describes as his weakest moment.
For my family, for my friends,
for
all my collaborators, all the producers, all the other artists that I work with, the ones that didn't turn pussy, I mean the ones that still real, you know.
So Drake clearly is still out to self-victimize himself.
What is he wearing? Bro, what is he wearing right here?
The ones that still real, you know.
So Drake clearly
is that supposed to signify something? What is this?
Still out to self-victimize.
Yeah, chat. I mean, I forget I'm not on the stream. How are we feeling about this? I don't know. I feel like it would look better if there was holes all around, but what is this signifying something?
As himself, and the dude is still extremely hurt. Like, at the end of the day, Drake's reputation, fame, and status almost seemed more important to him than the actual money. And now a lot of that has obviously been stripped away. I mean, just looking at that moment from the Oscars.
I don't blame him though, because I feel like once I get up there, I would rather my status and my content over the money. Of course, the money is nice, but I would rather hold myself to a certain point before I focus on my money. Obviously, the money's gonna always be there, but I want people to look up to me and look a certain way to me. So if my outlook was changed through something like this, I would feel a certain way even if I did start it. That's just human nature though.
It was the most talked about thing of the night. In terms of the petition he had filed against iHeartRadio, trying to see the payola discovery, they have come to a resolution with iHeart saying, in exchange for documents that showed iHeart did nothing wrong, Drake agreed to drop his petition. No payments were made by either one of us. Remember that Drake's stance was that iHeart had received illegal payments, aka payola, from UMG to boost the radio play of the #1 song in the world. This was settled by a judge with prejudice, meaning that Drake cannot go back and try and open this back up. And that is kind of the exact way I see this UMG lawsuit playing out. And I just really can't shake the thought, like, why did you have to do this, Drake? Like, even if he somehow wins, it sets a horrible precedent for rap, freedom of speech, and really all forms of artistic expression that are protected by that. All this guy had to do was take his L on the chin and move on. He has a big enough fan base, and he just dropped a good enough record where the conversation would have begun to move past the beef. In fact, I think people were getting a little bit fatigued of it, seeing the Grammys, seeing the Super Bowl. I think it felt like 100% done, it felt 100% milked. It felt like the moment had kind of passed, but it's like he just keeps extending it. He keeps turning the stove back on only to burn his own hand. But either way, I want to know what you guys think about this later.
I'm not gonna lie, that actually makes so much sense to me, because like realistically, I've seen a lot of people were getting fed up with that Not Like Us, and I started seeing it more on the internet once Kendrick started like performing it everywhere. So I don't know, I feel like Drake kind of did drag it, but like I said, at the same time, if something affected my image and I was so used to having like a golden like image and like this powerful image, and people started clowning me on the internet, I would feel some type of way too, but not to this extent, because again, I would have did it. That would have been on me. I started the beef. I would have had to live with it. But he did drag it. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Let me know if y'all think he dragged it, because I think he did a little bit. Also, y'all see what I just did. Make sure you like the video, hit the subscribe button, follow the Twitch. I'm gonna put it on the screen. Like the video. I'm not gonna tell you twice, okay? I'm just gonna have faith that you like the video, okay? I trust you, and I feel like you would like to join the night crew, which is my community. So hit that subscribe button, turn on the post notifications. The sub count right now is 594. I'll put it on the screen. We're trying to hit 600, so hopefully with this video I can hit 600. So please, please, please make that happen. And if we do hit 600 and you see that you made us hit 600, let me know in the comments. Also, join the Discord. And with that, I will see y'all on the next video.